What up, y'all? It's your boys back at it again. I'm Travis.
And I'm Thomas, and we are the Cartridge Cowboys. And we're here to talk about some retro video games in front of our new lovely green screen we've been using for the last couple of eps.
Yeah, Lord knows, and she is lovely.
Oh my God, I mean, just state-of-the-art technology that we're experimenting with here in our studio, in our lab. Or it's called production lab.
Production cabin lab.
Yeah, it is. We are in a cabin in the middle of nowhere in Texas.
Let's go.
Let's go. Travis, what do you got for us today? What were we gonna do?
Well, I really wanted to talk about what got you into retro gaming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like from the start, like I want to hear about the systems or the area you grew up in, like what got you into that and how.
And where do I stand on certain systems and what are my experiences and that kind of thing.
Yeah, Lord knows.
And we can talk about your stuff too.
Yeah, exactly.
About, how you came up in retro game, dog. You know what I mean?
It's in the game.
Yes, it's EA. It's in the game. Yeah, we probably touch on EA Sports a little bit. And just kind of a topical thing. Everyone kind of has their little niches and ways they do it. But for me, it all started on the Sega Genesis back in the late '90s. I think for my 5th birthday, I got a Sega Genesis Model 3.
Nice.
Which, I might be one of the only people in history to, start on the Sega Genesis Model 3. I don't know. Most people had the Model 2.
Yeah.
And to this day, you go looking around for Genesis at the store, and it's mostly Model 2s out there. So
I see those more often.
But yeah, the hockey puck of the Genesis 3, we had the 6-pack.
Nice.
We had NBA Jam, Madden 96, Jungle Book, Lion King. We're talking Disney's. Yeah, we're talking we're going to cut that.
We're talking sports.
We're talking sports game. We're talking Justice League Task Force, Adventures of Batman and Robin.
Let's go.
Mickey and Donald, the World of Illusion.
I don't want to talk about Donald Duck right now.
You want to talk about Donald Duck right now?
I don't want to talk about Donald Duck right now, man.
But we had some cool games, and my cousins on my mom's side, they had Genesises. A couple sets of cousins had Sega, so we kind of all trade games. I remember I would borrow Sonic 2 from them, or go play Ghouls and Ghosts at my grandma's. My cousins over there had a Model 2 Genesis, so it was kind of cool. At that day and age, I mean, people still kind of hung on to things, or you just had what you had. And, retro gaming wasn't retro gaming. It was just what was going on. But it was a different culture. I mean, the internet was in its infancy at the time. So it was just kind of like whatever you had at a pawn shop,
Yeah, no kidding.
But I remember going to Walmart and getting, I guess the Majesco re-released Genesis games. That was pretty cool. But I've kind of been a Genesis head ever since. When I got back into gaming, I'm, dive full head into the Genesis, wanted to see what else, but I really just played a lot of 6-pack.
Yeah. 6 great games.
Golden Axe, Sonic, Streets of Rage, Super Hang-On, Revenge of Shinobi, Columns. I mean, we also had Frogger.
Nice.
And this arcade classics game that had Pong, Missile Command.
Okay.
And Centipede on it.
Oh, yeah.
Which was pretty cool.
Nice.
But yeah, I had the 6-button controller and really, really loved the Genesis. So, nice. Travis, what were you starting on back in the old days, dude?
Man, I was starting with a NES.
Yeah, okay.
And 93, 94.
Okay.
My cousin, he got a Super Nintendo.
Nice.
So I got to get his NES. I only got to play. I would hang out with them twice a month. But that was the best time because I could play video games in the NES. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Tiny Toons. You know I love that game.
Yeah.
The 3 Ninja Turtles games, Zelda. Yeah. And that's where my love for Mega Man started. My cousin had the bangers, and I got this whole collection.
Nice.
And I was like I said, 4, maybe 5.
Something like that.
So that was my first system.
Nintendo. And I know we've joked about what you call consoles. And look, we'll call it NES. I'll call it NES, but I'll just say NES just doesn't roll off the tongue very well. I mean, I like calling it sometimes just like Nintendo.
I like to call it the entertainment system.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it is the ultimate entertainment system.
It is a banger. I have one. I remember people having them back in the day. We're talking about the NES. I had some people, like my dad's friends, kids, that go play Mario or Ninja Turtles at their house after school or something. And you got to think about this, too. This is at the turn of the century. We're talking about the late 90s here.
Yeah, I'm talking about early 90s.
You're talking about early 90s. But, yeah, we're also just kind of like, these things existing afterwards. And, like, when I was playing Sega Genesis while people were playing 64.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like the crazy. And you were playing NES while people were playing Super Nintendo. And so I kind of wanted to get at that. We've always been retro gamers.
Yeah, you're right.
Know what I mean?
From birth.
You brought this topic of this video up, and I was like, oh, since the whole time.
Yeah.
Because everyone was already ahead of me by the start, so it's like, here we are again, just playing old shit.
Dude, hell yeah, brother.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
But yeah, back to your NES stuff.
Yeah, man, no, but like I said, my cousin Jonathan gave it to me. Best lineup of games you can get for a Nintendo. And then I remember I got a Super Nintendo randomly.
Nice.
From, actually, this girl, her like older brother gave me a Super Nintendo. I think my dad paid for $100 for it.
Okay.
With a handful of great games.
Super Mario
World. I had Killer Instinct. I had
Cartridge.
Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's World, whatever it's called.
Right.
But man, it just banger after banger again. And then, of course, Mega Man X.
Mega Man X.
The greatest game of all time in my opinion.
Mega Man X. We just went to see this band, the Bit Brigade.
Yeah, man.
Play Mega Man X soundtrack with a speedrunner live on stage.
Front to back.
In Austin.
It was awesome.
A month ago.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was fire,
dude.
Man. Wow.
Storm Eagles.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
I mean, yeah. A classic. I played that on this. I got one of these before I got a SNES, and I played through Mega Man X there, and now I have a copy. But I mean, great game.
Yeah, my favorite of all time. I still think it has the tightest controls.
Yeah,
like epic story,
secrets.
I mean, come on, I got Zero right here. Let's go.
Yeah. Can you show the camera that?
Yeah, let's go. I'll zoom into it and I'll put it on the screen.
Okay,
look at it. Damn, look
that's
at
Travis's buff ass arm with a Zero tattoo on it.
Let's go.
Oh
yeah. But man, so yeah, that's my SNES. But it just popped in my head when I got a SNES.
Right.
My best friend Joseph got a Genesis, and that was the first time and the only person I had to play Genesis with. Was like my childhood best friend.
Right.
And we mainly played Mortal Kombat 2.
One of the top 10 games of all time, according to everybody else on the internet except us, I guess. I don't know. I like Mortal Kombat 2. I'm just picking fun at it.
It's alright.
It's cool. It's cool.
It ain't Killer Instinct.
I bought Travis Mortal Kombat 2 on SNES.
Oh yeah.
Just as a joke. But I have the Genesis version and the Saturn port.
Hell yeah.
But
that Saturn one's worth some money, right?
$30.
Nah, nice. That's so.
It's Mortal Kombat's a different video.
Yeah,
we're talking about the come up.
Yeah, man.
Talking about the come up.
Yeah. So, so do you just stick with the Genesis most of your childhood?
So I probably played the Genesis up into the 2000s. Definitely from like 5 to probably 10 or something. And I got a number of games. I'm just going off the top of my head. I know we had Clay Fighter as well, like Bass Pro Shop, fishing game. There was some weird games, but eventually got a hand-me-down PS1 from my cousins. Shout out to them, to my family, But I guess they got PS2s or original Xboxes,
nice. And
I got the hand-me-down PS1. So again, retro gaming in the past. And I loved it, man. Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Crash Team Racing, which is like Mario Kart competition, and it is actually really good. If you're a Mario Kart fan, play CTR, and tell me what you think, because I know you're going to like it.
Yeah. Well, I like how you said the PlayStation 1.
It is the PS1. It's not the PSX, but I had a great time. It really was like mind blowing, like seeing 3D for the first time, even if it was just PS1. You go Genesis to PS1. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
had some demo discs, like Volume 5 demo disc and Volume 8 demo disc.
Nice.
And you get to sample like all this stuff, and they have like little trailers for what's going on in like PlayStation Underground, so you get to see like what's like happening in the scene. It was cool stuff.
Yeah,
definitely some sports titles.
In the game,
Sled Storm. What's up
in the game?
in the game. EA Sports in the game. Yeah, absolutely. But love the PS1. Speaking of Mega Man X, I remember this was back when you could rent games.
Yeah,
and I would rent Mega Man X6 for PS1 at the movie gallery in my small little hometown. Back when there were movie rental places out there. So that was a cool PS1 thing going on. Mega Man X6 rented from a movie gallery. That was what gaming, that was,
top tier.
S tier shit going on, man.
Dude, I actually also rented Mega Man X6. I wrote that one. I got it from Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a place we would rent Genesis games from in my hometown, which is weird. It was like a Magic movie shop, and it burned down. It's like
Magic movie shop?
It's called Magic Movies or something, but they had Genesis games. Huh. And you got to think, this has got to be like the year like 2000, 2001. You look renting Genesis games somewhere. It's just,
I mean, it makes sense for Magic Movies in 2001 because, like, there's no internet, so there's literally nothing else to do than Magic Movies.
There's nothing else.
And Genesis.
Yeah. But I remember one time my dad we had Streets of Rage on the 6-pack.
Yeah.
And so he was like, all right, we'll get Streets of Rage 2, we'll rent it.
Yeah.
But then he came back. I guess the rental place like put it in the wrong box or whatever. He grabbed the wrong one. Yeah. I don't know what happened. But it was Street Fighter 2, not Streets of Rage 2, which I get. It's easy to mix that up. I mean, 2 Streets, Rage, fighting, similar, and even but so it was funny, like playing the Guile stage and just I'm cool with this, like a fighting game. Yeah, but it's not Streets of Rage, right? Yeah, so that was some funny moments, and I know we would rent Sonic Spinball from there as well.
Nice. That's the one Sonic game I don't want to own.
Right? Hey, give it a shot, bro. Give it a shot. It's better than Crew Ball, the Motley Crue pinball game, dude. What about Super Pinball Behind the Mask on SNES? That's in my collection. What you know about that?
Nothing.
What you know about that?
I don't know nothing
Super
about
Pinball
that.
Behind the Mask.
I know the pinball that was on the computer at school. That's about it.
that one's better than all the games you just listed. Space Cadet or whatever. Yeah, that's fire.
It just knew that one day I'd be a Space Cadet, I guess.
And one day you might be a pinball video game enthusiast.
Yeah, I might be a pinball wizard.
There's a couple pinball games on this guy. Yeah. On the SAT. Made by the same company that made Super Pinball Behind the Mask.
You know what? I actually did grow up with a pinball game.
What you got?
Also, my cousins. He gave me Kirby's Pinball for the Game Boy.
Kirby.
Let's go. I love that big pink boy. But yeah, so you got the PlayStation 1.
So I had to hand it down PS1, and that was kind of the second era of gaming for me. Still retro gaming in the past, but into 3D realms. The 5th gen. We're in the future now.
Yeah. Whenever you said that, it also reminded me that I got the Super Nintendo from. I remember seeing Ocarina of Time being played for the first time when I got it, so that's why I got it, because he had a 64, and I remember seeing Ocarina for like 5 minutes. I thought it was the craziest thing. Which goes into. And I got my 64.
Yeah, 64 next. So just a whole Nintendo tree.
Yeah, I started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yeah.
And I got a Game Boy from my grandparents around that time, too.
That's good.
Yeah, I'll miss them. But yeah. But no, I got a 64. It was like a year or two after it came out, I believe. Mm-hmm. Christmas, that was my first brand new console.
Right.
And I remember my dad and mom brought it up to Minnesota, where I opened it up with my family.
Minnesota.
Yeah. That's where my mom's from, and so my whole family.
Shout out to, man, remember when they had Kirk Cousins, and he was acting all cool with like the like the
chains. Dude, Kirk Cousins is cool.
That was some cool
shit. I hate to hate on him. I love Kirk Cousins. That dude's a baller, dude.
And represent the Golden Gophers.
Yeah. I don't know about all that.
Well.
But nah, man. So I remember like my whole family was up there when I got that. So everybody got to see like the 64 for the first time in person.
Yeah.
And like all my cousins. And so we were all like, what the heck is going on? I thought Mario 64 looked like you look right now.
Right. And we kind of touched on that last time. Yeah.
Did we? No.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's just where I'm getting at. It was a different time.
Yeah, it was a different time.
The speed up of like going from, Mario 1 to Sonic to PS1 to Mario 64, you're like, man, it's like such a small time frame of just like shit drastically changing.
And it was such a magical time in gaming because there's so much innovation. There's a lot more to the imagination. But yeah, man. So was that it? Was those your systems you started with?
Yeah, I guess we talked about. You brought up that your grandma got you a Game Boy, and I also got a Game Boy from my grandma for Christmas. Nice. The Game Boy Color.
Nice.
Which here you want to throw that? You want to throw that over here?
Yeah, dude.
This is not my childhood Game Boy Color, but it is a Game Boy Color, we figure we put it in front of the camera.
Yeah, yeah.
I had the Kiwi one. It was like the other green, like a neon green, and came with Crystal version. Nice. Played the absolute living shit out of Crystal version. Probably beat it 4 or 5 times in a row, just doing everything you can. Yeah. And really, it's crazy. I haven't dove into the RPGs like you have because I have just so much love for those old Pokemon games.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, come on. There you go, Pikachu.
Back at it again.
Yeah, but also had Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
Super Mario Bros. Deluxe.
Nice. That's the original Mario, right?
It's the NES Mario with Boo Mini games.
Nice.
And level select.
Oh, that's what's up. You can actually practice those levels. I mean,
I played hours and hours of Mario Bros. Deluxe, man.
Nice.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the NES. It's great.
Yeah. My Game Boy was the just gray brick, the OG Game Boy. And actually, the 2 games that I got for it was Super Mario Land.
There you go.
And then Donkey Kong Land.
Is that over here? I think it's over there.
That's it. Yeah, here we are. So these are my 2 childhood games that I got with my original Game Boy.
Very good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was lit. That was a great Christmas.
Everyone loves platformers, and especially for the Game Boy, where it's kind of like an NES controller. You know, D-pad, A-B. Just some great platformers. That's what I really like about the Game Boys. Same. I can just get a couple of quick levels. Yeah. And these Donkey Kong games, these Mario games, they're done right. So it's just kind of one of those.
The Metroid one, a little rough for me.
I haven't beat it yet.
Yeah, it's just I'm having a hard time navigating on such a small screen. I kind of get a little bit lost.
Yeah.
I also haven't spent too terribly much time on it.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
So I had the Game Boy Color and then a SP after that.
Oh,
and more Pokemon, Leaf Green, Ruby, Mario 3. That was a big game. Played a lot of Mario 3 on the SP, and also played a lot of, interestingly enough, NES Donkey Kong. I remember when they did the NES release of the black boxes, and it's like, what are we doing here? Why are we the Game Boy Advance is known for having SNES games,
and I bought an NES game for it.
Yeah.
Which one did you... So you got Donkey Kong? Was that the only one of them?
I had that Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I bought the original Legend of Zelda.
So that would have been really...
It was. That was the first time I beat Zelda, was doing it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That sounds really cool.
Well, did you, fall out of gaming for a while?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just got caught up with life growing up. Was playing music or playing sports or working at the ranch or going to college or working or whatever the hell I was doing. I definitely got out of it. And what got me out of it, maybe that's something we can talk about, is we're playing retro games, and there's a lot of benefits to playing these retro games that I think modern games, don't have that edge. And, at the time I was going through high school, it's like the 360 was the big thing. It felt like everybody had a 360. Call of Duty,
Halo.
Call of Duty was popping off. All multiplayer first-person shooters. That's what anyone wanted to play. You had to do it online. You had to talk shit to people with a headset. You had to get batteries for your controller. You had to sign in. It was just this whole thing. And it's like, none of that was appealing to me. Something about it just felt off. It felt like people were just like, I don't know, getting squeezed by the man, or also just kind of just like buying in like sheep. It was really weird how everyone was just like so about just Call of Duty. And like what I like, dude, Mario, Sonic, Zelda, arcade games from Sega, like Space Harrier and Outrun. Dude, I like shooters. I like shmups.
Yeah, I know you're a big shmup guy.
And adventure games. And one-player games, like, not online where I die in 15 seconds. It's like, I want to, like, explore this world and this kind of thing. So, I don't know. I just kind of felt like that's what got me out of it. And then once I was out of it, I just was caught up with life until, 6 years ago. Yeah. Or something like that. So.
Nice. Yeah, I really got out of it. Actually, I feel like I got out of it whenever I sold my NES and Super Nintendo stuff.
Okay.
For GameCube.
Okay.
And I was a couple years older than you, and I know that I'm wrong for this fact, but I still think of GameCube and Wii era as not retro. For some reason, it's cartridges is retro in my brain.
We are the Cartridge Cowboys.
We are the Cartridge Cowboys. That's right. But
if it plays on a CRT, that might, that's my argument for it.
And that is a great argument.
Or it is 20 years old.
I think I'm just
24 years old.
Boomer takes, and I think I just in my brain I don't want to think that's retro.
The GameCube is as old as the Atari was in the year 2000. GameCube's like 24.
Why'd you say that? Dang. No, so but I really didn't play a lot of games then. I played, I had a GameCube.
We didn't have these big collections back then.
No, I wasn't really playing. I played just a couple of the hits like the Zelda games and Mario, but that was really it until my buddy Pop-Tart, who I met back home in Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi, man.
Yeah, we used to actually.
Selena.
361, let's go.
Let's go.
But so we used to hang out at a card shop, and I got really into like Magic the Gathering, but really into the Dragon Ball Z card game.
Okay.
I was at this place called Armchair Commanders.
Okay.
And loved that place. That's where I spent a lot of my years. And just high school stuff.
Yeah.
But that place closed, and a retro game shop opened in that same location.
Nice.
And so me and Pop Tart, that was right when I was 16. I had a car, I had a job, so I was like, hey man, let's go check out this retro shop. And I remember buying an NES, Super Nintendo over there, and we would go 3 times a week, because that was like the first of its kind. It was still 2006, and it was a retro video game store, so people still had a lot of their stuff and were selling it to them, and so they had stock. And so I got back into retro gaming then with him. All the way in through high school. And then once I went to college, I didn't bring my games with me. I'm moving from Corpus to San Marcos, going to Texas State, eat them up.
Yeah.
But I got out of gaming again.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, like I really stopped gaming for a long time.
Me too.
But when I was in the Navy, I got stationed out in Okinawa.
Nice.
And had a great time. I love Okinawa, but I was so depressed while I was in the service that I didn't want to do anything instead of drink and watch YouTube. And that's whenever I found the Game Chasers, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Billy, the co-founder of the Game Chasers, just passed away last week. So R.I.P. Billy.
Right. We want to give a shout out to Billy
and his family
in our most respectful way.
Yeah, I love that guy. Him and Jay, really watching them. Their second episode is at D-Pad.
At D-Pad,
in New Braunfels.
Our favorite place.
Yeah, our favorite place. That's how I learned about D-Pad. So when I moved back from the Navy, I went straight there because of those guys? Because of those guys.
No shit.
They got me back into retro gaming when I was in Japan, and I was upset and depressed because I was like, I could do that here. I'm out here in Japan where Nintendo games are made.
Yeah.
And I want the real deal, not the dildo, you know?
Right.
So me and my buddies, every weekend, we would go out to these retro shops. And this was in 2013.
Yeah.
I bought Pokemon Red and Green in box for the Game Boy. Great condition.
Yeah.
$20.
Dude. It's crazy.
People were throwing this stuff away. It was like literally almost a flea market.
And around this time in 2013, I was like a freshman in college, and it's funny. I thought I definitely took a huge break and didn't really game, but there were some moments in there where I was just in college, had my laptop, and I emulated gold and blue version and a bunch of the Pokemon games around that same time.
Yeah, so that's like. It really helped me a lot, as I'm sure it did with you in college. Sometimes you just need that escape while you're in school, you know?
Yeah, sometimes, too many escapes in college, if you know what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying.
There's a lot going on. Yeah. But this is about our gaming journey, and I really enjoyed it, and love a good CRT.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a CRT guy.
I got me a 13-incher.
I don't want to charge my controllers guy.
No.
I don't want to pay for DLC guy.
DLC.
I don't want to have to update after it's already been released.
Literally day one patches. Every game.
What is a day one patch? It's what I tell people when they tell me that.
It's ridiculous, man. It happens every game. Even Nintendo Switch 2 cartridges.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
On Switch 2 cart?
Yeah.
Man.
It's ridiculous, man.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, but man, speaking of ridiculous,
what you got?
I'm going bananas.
You're going bananas. You're going bananas for Donkey Kong?
No, not really.
We're going back into we're talking Donkey Kong?
Not really.
I like those games.
Yeah, I do too.
I think they're really great.
Like I said, I got the first one. This is one of the first games I actually beat as a kid.
Donkey Kong Land.
And we played 3 together. I haven't done 2.
Yeah,
I don't believe.
It's pretty much just DK Country 2.
No, I know it's on the Switch Game Boy app, so I need to do it.
I guess one thing we can always talk about before we exit today is, what are we playing?
True.
What's going on, and I know today I was playing a little Virtual Cop. All right. Anyway, this is the Sega Stunner Gun.
Let's go.
Virtual Cop is an awesome light gun game for the Sega Saturn here. And I've got both Virtual Cop 1 and 2. Virtual Cop 1, for me, it sits in a special place. I really like just kind of throwing in Virtual Cop 1 on a whim. I know I can beat it, and it's fun, arcade action. I'm just blowing up bad guys.
Yeah.
Destructive environments, and you can juggle the bad guys. It's
kidding.
It's really ahead of its time, and just an awesome Sega Saturn game, because we're talking about the 64, earlier, and it's like there is no light gun for the 64.
No, there's not.
So
I guess they did a Super Nintendo one, but that's more of a bazooka.
But more of a bazooka.
But that's still cooler than the Wii one.
The Wii where you stick the Wii in there.
Yeah, that was. I don't even want to get into it.
Anyway,
so bad.
I was playing Virtual Cop today.
Nice.
Great soundtrack. It's a Yu Suzuki game.
Is it 2-player?
It is 2-player.
You got an extra one of those?
Maybe you need to talk to eBay about getting number 2.
Yeah, because that would be lit.
I only have one.
That's kind of wild that that's on the Saturn. Sega just keeps impressing me every time we do these. So yeah, Virtual Cop.
Virtua.
Virtua?
There's no L in all these Saturn games. Virtua Fighter. Virtua Cop.
Why?
Virtua Racing.
Okay.
Virtua Tennis.
That's so stupid.
Yes, dude. It is stupid. And that's why it's badass, man.
All right. So you're playing that. Well,
yeah.
And man, so you're playing a good game.
I was playing a badass game where you shoot people in the face.
A bad game.
You're playing a bad game.
The latest game I'm playing, Quackshot.
Quackshot.
Featuring Donald Duck.
I've heard nothing but good things about Quackshot.
You're going Quackers, bro.
I'm going Quackers.
Sucked. I was super hyped, though. Right whenever it started, it starts with Scrooge McDuck and Huey, Dewey, and Louie from DuckTales, bro. And I was like, let's go. I love DuckTales. And I was like, oh, man, these guys are in it? That's awesome. No. This is one of the worst platformers I ever played before. You think you're shooting a gun.
Right.
You're shooting plungers.
Right.
Like you're Booger Man or something.
Yeah.
And whenever you hit the enemy with it, you can't even jump on them. It's a platformer.
Oh, right.
You're shooting plungers and you can't platform off of them.
Right.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And this is a Disney game.
If we find out that you can do that, you can't do it. You can't jump on the plungers?
You find out that works.
Is there a thing?
I hope not, because then I'd feel even dumber than I felt when I was playing that piece of trash.
We're kind of a comedy show anyways.
Yeah, well.
No, but I've heard nothing but good things of Quackshot. We got to give it a second chance. I've never played it.
Yeah, well.
I want to play it.
You know what? You did give it to me.
I did give it to you.
You can have it. Because it sucks.
Right. I'll trade you Zelda 2 for Quackshot.
I'm about that. I actually love Zelda 2.
Right?
I love that.
And I could figure out how to beat Quackshot.
All right. Bet. You saw it here, folks.
You saw it here.
So, appreciate you guys coming out and tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget that we are
the Cartridge Cowboys.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I like that.